Hey guys, this is Snapshot. Sunrisa is not on the camera. She's in there sleeping. Sometimes your co-pilot just can't keep up with you. We're at the campground and we're about to help a friend of ours winterize his camper for the winter season. What we normally do is go to our local campground a week or so before we're about to winterize the unit. That way we can flush out the unit and clean out the unit before we winterize. Now I'm going to show you some of the tools that we're going to use. This will be his first time winterizing his camper. He's a newbie, did great for his first year. So we're going to show him the little maintenance you have to do before you put away your camper. And we want you guys to stick around and we can maybe something that you might be able to use. Okay, I'm going to show you the equipment that I'm going to use, or tools. See, it's real easy. You're gonna need your antifreeze. Now, you just can't use regular antifreeze. You gotta use special antifreeze just for RV and homes, okay? You have your compressor, you have your hose, you have your fittings for your air lines to clean out your hot water heater and make sure that is thoroughly cleaned out and dry. Some people like to use just antifreeze. Some people just blow out the lines. I like doing both. Better safe than sorry. So stay tuned. We'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay guys, you see here where we hook our compressor to the camper. Special valve that they use plugs right into your city water hole connection, and you blow through the system. The first thing we did was we let the two release valves at the bottom, if you can see there, the little red and black, red and white. You open those valves up, they're for the hot water heater. So we blew air through it, get all the water that's still in the hot water tank. Now what you can do, you can either bypass your hot water tank and run the antifreeze through the line, or some people put antifreeze in the hot water tank. If you're gonna do that, it's gonna take you 4 times as much antifreeze to do that. So what I usually do is I bleed out the hot water and then I shut off and bypass the hot water tank before I start putting antifreeze in. Okay, so you see we're hooked up. We're gonna start blowing air through, bleeding out the lines. All right, guys, the first thing you got to do is find your hot water heater. And once you find the hot water heater, you'll see it should have bypass valves on it. If it don't, you might want to add that. Or you're going to be adding 4 times as much antifreeze, because you got to fill up that, if you don't have a bypass, you got to fill up that hot water tank with nothing but antifreeze. If you have the bypass, you drain your hot water heater, close it off, and then the antifreeze just used for the lines and the fittings of the camper. Save you a lot of money on your antifreeze. All right, let's show you the hot water heater. That's the hot water heater. And you can see those are the valves for the bypass and stuff. Now we just got finished running air through the whole line. You gotta be careful when you run air through those lines, because you wanna cut your compressor or whatever all the way low, because you don't wanna be blowing your lines. You have your partner open up one of the valves, run some air through it till all the water stop dripping and you get just air. When you go out to shut that line off, talk to the person outside, let him cut the airflow to the camper. Then once you open it, he'll put the airflow back on. You do that to your kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, and your showers. So now we did that, now we're gonna start putting antifreeze in. Ready? Hey guys, guess what? Sunrisa finally woke up. We're gonna finish now. We're gonna blew out the lines. Now we're gonna add the antifreeze. This was a newer camper, and they did good. They set the camper up for winterizing, so all the lines and stuff is there. Let me give you a quick view of everything. If you can see here, That is the pump. That's the pump that you use when you are using your freshwater tank. Now, what they did here, they ran a bypass line. If you see this here, let me get it out for you. There you go. See, there's a valve right there with a hose. So this, we're gonna bypass the freshwater tank, and we're gonna suck out through this hole through the antifreeze. So they got everything set up. If you don't have that, text us, email us, we can tell you how to set it up for yourself. All right, so stay tuned. Go ahead, open up one of your lines. It's coming through?
Yep. Okay.
What I normally do after I get finished pumping the antifreeze out, right here you can put a little nut on that, and I usually put a plastic bag so the stuff don't drip back through. And when you get finished, when you're pumping the antifreeze through, you basically go to each line, open up each line until you see the good pink coming through, then go to the next one, see the pink. Then once you do all of them, you come, put your bag in, and make sure you clean up any stain that's in your sink, in your shower, et cetera, et cetera. Clean that up. And what I usually do, I'll take some of the antifreeze that I have left and I pour it down the drain. That way the drain itself has antifreeze in it. We're gonna do that to the sink, shower, kitchen sink, and the toilet bowl. I usually leave some within the ring of the toilet bowl, on top, you know, in the bowl part of the toilet. That way nothing freezes, you're covered. So we blew it out, add the antifreeze, you're good to go. If I wasn't talking to you, it'd take all of maybe about 15 minutes to do the whole job. 15, 20 minutes to save yourself anywhere between $250 to $400. All depends on what size your unit is. These antifreeze literally cost about maybe $4 to $5 a piece. And your own labor takes you about an hour. Once you get the handle of doing it, you can have the whole thing done. All depends on the size of your unit, the size of your unit. You can have the whole thing done in about 30 minutes. That's it, snapshot out. Sunrisa, we'll see you on the trail.
No, I'm not gonna.
You said next year.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. You don't want to go. He said if you don't want to go through that hassle, find you a nice spot down Florida. And you ain't got to worry about the winter. No. Even if you just store it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Your thing is connected. There you go. See what it's saying. That's it, bro. That's winterizing. Now, just to give you a heads up, everything is winterized. You protect your thing, but come summer, you got to check everything. There's always a possibility that a line or a nut might have froze. But if there's anything that froze, it will be something small, minor, instead of your whole system freezing. So when you come on, we're going to de-winterize it just like we did this time. We're going to come to a campground, run water through the system until all the antifreeze is flushed out. And we'll check the whole system before the season starts. This is what we do every year.